This is just one solid image. It's just one little green little bar. So you'll want to click on that and you're going to want to ungroup it. So now you can see that this has 5 different segments, we'll call it. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color first. I want to make that yellow black. So I'm just going to go over here, change it to black, and the orange I'm going to change to yellow. So I want my card to look like this. The next thing we want to do is go over here. This is a cut line, but we want this, and it says basic cut. We want that to score. So we're going to go over here and we're going to click on operation and we're going to change it to score. So see, now it's score. So we're going to go ahead and select this. Hold your shift key down and then we're going to select the card itself and we're going to attach it because you want it to score the card. See, so now you see that it will physically score that card, and we're going to go ahead and send it to Cricut to cut it, and I'll skip that part just to save time. We're going to do on the mat, confirm, and we're going to use white paper, black, and yellow, and see it says here it's going to score it. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue, and we're going to click on cardstock for intricate cuts. I usually like to do more pressure, but that's totally up to what you guys want. I'm going to select remember material settings so I don't have to keep going back and doing that. Throughout this video, I'll be using Barely Art glue, which I absolutely love. You really only need to use barely any because it does stick really well. I also grabbed some double-sided tape from the Dollar Tree and we'll be using that for a few of the other projects too. First step, glue the white oval to the back of the spider. Then we're going to fold the card along the score line. Now we're ready to hang the string spider over the top of the card. We're going to bend about 1/4 inch of the string over the top edge and glue that folded part to the inside of the card. Next, we're going to add some glue to the inside of the card and place the black square on top. That covers the folded part of the string and it also holds the spider in place. And here's the finished card. I think it looks so cute. I think it's such a cute, adorable little card. So we're going to go ahead and upload this one as well. This is a little Frankenstein little treat bag. It's so cute. We're going to go ahead and make this smaller. If you'll see right here, we have this little red exclamation mark. That is because this is really, really big. What we need to do is just grab it in the corner and we're going to go ahead and just shrink it a little bit. And we're just going to do that just until the red goes away because this was pretty big. I'm going to go ahead and hit ungroup. And then you'll see all these different sections is what I'm going to call it. So you'll see right here is a cut line. What we're going to do is click on this cut line and you'll see that that is selecting this one right here on the trick or treat. We're going to change that to a score line. Then we're going to hit the shift key and then click on the green and then hit attached. Now the score line is attached to this image. Then we're going to go ahead and just click this one, and that should be this one right here, right above this green one. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing, change it to score, then hit the shift key and then click on the green, hit attached. So now this one is scored as well, and that's all we have to do. We're going to go ahead and hit make it. First thing we're going to do with the Frankenstein treat box is fold both panel A and panel B along all the score lines. If you've ever made a cardstock purse, this part will feel very familiar. It's got the same folded section on both panels where we'll be indenting the score lines so the gift bag folds inward. I'll show you what I mean. I'm also going to use Dollar Tree's double-sided tape and applying it to the tabs so we can attach one panel to the other. Next, we're going to add double-sided tape to the lid and attach that to the panel. Then grab the single green piece and glue it down. This is the base for the Frankenstein's face. Once that's in place, we're going to glue his hair right over the top edge. And now we're ready to build his face. We're going to add the scar and then the circle for his eyes. His eyelids go on first, followed by his eyeballs, and then another scar. And finally, those little black pegs over the scar. I'm not really sure what they're called. but they totally complete the look. Now grab all the black letters for trick or treat, and we're going to glue them onto the white cutout. Once that's all assembled, we're going to glue it to the opposite panel. We're almost there. Add tape to the tab and close up the box. I like to use a popsicle stick to reinforce the tape. Just press it down and make sure it's really secure. Next, we're going to close up the bottom. I'm just folding it over and kind of adding a little bit of tape, and it's coming together really nicely. You'll notice that you can push in both sides, and that's where we'll need to reinforce those score lines on each side. And then there's a little tab that inserts into a slit on the other side, and just like that, it closes. Isn't this just adorable? It is so franken cute. We're gonna upload this, so we're gonna hit continue, upload. You'll see over here on the right hand side that this is all grouped together. We're going to hit ungroup. You'll see that this is all separate now, and we're gonna go ahead and click here. This is actually 2 boxes, so we're just sliding them over. If you'll notice here, there is nothing for you to ungroup. Let me show you. You can't see it very well with it black. See here, it has those little dotted lines, which would normally be where you would score that, but this doesn't give you the option to do that. So what this will do instead is you'll just go ahead and cut it like normal, and it should go ahead and cut those little lines in there, which will make it easier for you to go ahead and fold it. So we're gonna go ahead, change this back to black, and we're gonna hit make it. Now we're ready to put the Halloween silly face treat boxes together. I started by folding along all the perforated lines, super easy. Then I started gluing on the faces. First was the ghost, and then I put his eyes on too. Then Frankenstein, which he's so cute, and then I added his eyes. Next was the purple monster, and then glued his eyes on as well. And then the pumpkin, which I accidentally cut out on yellow cardstock. I don't know what I was thinking, so I quickly recut it in orange, and then I glued that onto the last panel. Added the eyes, and I think it looks much better. Next, we're going to apply some glue on the tab and attach that to the panel. I like using a popsicle stick to help it press down because I think it adheres better. To finish the box, we're going to fold the bottom tabs over each other to close it up. And then I added a little dot of glue just to hold it all together. Once that's set, I just close the top by sliding the side tabs into the slot, and that's it. Look how cute this turned out, and it was so easy, so cute. All right guys, this will be the next one we're going to do. It's these Candelabras. I hope I said that correctly. These are so cute. They are the bat Candelabra, and what we need to do actually is I'm going to change the colors. Maybe you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Okay. So this is a cut line right here, that line right there. And then this one has another cut line, but it's at the top. So what we'll want to do is let me go ahead and change it to black, but we want 2 of these. So I'm going to just select this and hit duplicate. Then 2 of these, and then duplicate. And the reason being is because they recommend taking 2 of these, and we're going to glue these 2 together to make it a little bit thicker. The other thing is I wanted to do something a little bit different than to just have the regular black light. So I'm going to show you what I did. Let's go ahead here, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. All right, and let me go ahead and hide this just so it's out of the way. So let's hit group. So what I did here, so I went into shapes and I got like a rectangle. Let me see, I changed the color here just so I can see it better. What I did is I'm just lining this up like right there. So just kind of like that over the flame. Then I'm going to select it and hit slice. And of course, before you do this, make a duplicate so you have what you need when you go ahead and make it. We went ahead and delete that, and then I have this. So then what I did was I took this and I changed it to orange, I think. Yeah, I did orange. And then you'll just select this and you'll hit duplicate, and there's 12 flames. And I didn't think about this until after the fact, but you may want to throw some of those in there and do a flip, because some of them were maybe not the right side. So anyway, you'd want 12 of these if you wanted to do that as well. And I just went ahead and I cut these on vinyl, and then the other ones I did on cardstock. All right, for the 3D Halloween bat candelabra, I started by taking the 2 mirrored pieces of cardstock and adding little bits of double-sided tape all over one of them, just enough to hold everything in place. Then I layered the mirrored piece right on top, so now we have a thicker side A. I did the same thing for side B, taping the duplicate pieces together so everything looks double-sided and it has a little bit more structure. Once those were prepped, I added the orange vinyl flame stickers, just peeled them off and placed them on both sides of the candelabra. Heads up, I accidentally covered one of the slits with vinyl, so I had to cut that bulb piece in half after the fact to make it fit. Definitely easier to avoid that spot when placing the vinyl. Then I slid A down while pushing side B up. The two meet in the middle to form that cross shape. To keep them open and stable, you'll use the little circle connector with the cross in it. Just push that down to the bottom of the candle. Now, full transparency, mine didn't come out perfect. I used regular cardstock paper, and I think the original instructions were meant for glitter cardstock, so I probably didn't need to double mine, but hey, it still worked and it looks great from the front. So if you're still hanging out with me, go ahead, hit the like button, and also make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any more videos. All right, last up is the Halloween ghost tree with a little witch. This one didn't need any scoring or ungrouping, so I skipped Cricut Design Space completely. I just cut out all the pieces using black cardstock to give it that silhouette look. I also printed the reference image so I could match every piece to the layout. It made lining everything up way easier. Once everything was cut, I folded along the score lines, and then I matched each piece to the printed image so I knew exactly where everything went. Then I started building the base. I grabbed section B, the 3 rectangles, and I used double-sided tape to attach them together and form the box for the ghost tree. Once that was secure, I added the rest of the B pieces and I taped those down too, and that gave me the full B box. I did the exact same thing for section A, so now both boxes are ready. Now comes the fun part, and yes, I say that sarcastically. I laid out all of the cut pieces in order and started layering. I took layer 1 and then I inserted the tabs from layer 2 into it. Then I did the same thing with layer 3 and then layer 4, layer 5, and finally layer 6, just stacking and inserting each one into the previous layer. So once that whole layer section was built, it fit right into the B box, and then I took the A box and I taped the ghost tree piece labeled A onto it. So this part's optional. You can also slide fairy lights between the layers if you want a little glow. There's even a slit on the back of the B box so you can feed the lights through it. Once everything's in place, just slide the A box on top. The tabs that look kind of like a mailbox, insert into the slit on the back to hold it all together, and that's it. I think it turned out super cute, and the silhouette look really makes it pop. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. 5 projects, 1 Cricut, and a whole lot of Halloween charm. I'd love to know which one was your favorite or which one you're planning to make. Drop it in the comments below and let me know. If you've made something similar or you added your own twist, I want to hear about that too. And if this helped you feel more confident tackling those layered designs, give it a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss what's coming next. Bye guys!